Testing, testing, testing. Okay, we're transmitting. The whole neighborhood is about to leave the parking lot, so I'm going to let them go, and then I will pull out. And Bob across from me, he's leaving. And my dad next to me, and he's leaving. We're all getting ready to go somewhere. We are quite the crew over here. All right. And there goes Mr. Bob, I think. Yeah, he is going. Alright, I'm out next. So today, we're heading for a new permission, a new property. I hope you guys will enjoy it. This is the Howland Farm Museum, built in 1778. Get on it. We're on our way. Guys, check it out. The sun actually does shine in New York. Although it probably won't last long. So enjoy it. I did. I went the wrong way. Damn, man. I went the wrong way. I gotta turn around. My brain is not fully working yet, but I'll get it there eventually. We're just gonna turn around at this church. I need to be on 34B. So we're gonna turn around here. At the Catholic Church. They won't mind. They got a big parking area. And here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, here we go. Now we're going the right way. Hey, Chew, welcome. Hopefully this wind isn't too much for you. I've got the window open. I do like to ride with the window open, especially in New York in the spring because everything has that beautiful berry air as they're spreading cow poo-poo on the fields. This will be a relatively short trip. Just about 6 or 7 miles down the road, and this farmhouse, the land was sold as a military tract in 1777, and then the first house was built in 1778, and I went yesterday, met with the property owners, and I gotta tell you, it's a gorgeous property. Oh, hang on, my phone's ringing. It's a gorgeous property. It's small in comparison to some of my permissions. It's just a mere 3 acres, but then they also granted me permission for the original hospital in the town of Sherwood. And so I'm pretty happy about that property as well. We might visit that today or tomorrow. Beautiful country out here, no doubt. It's so nice to see blue skies, sunshine, because it's been a while. We've had rain here for the last, I want to say, 8 days. It's been very, very wet, but the upside of that is that it make those signals really pop up out of the ground. Now, because today I'm hunting at a museum, this is a living museum, if you will. It's a farm museum. So during the summer and the fall, they have activities at the farm museum where kids can come and learn about how the farm worked and how it ran during the late 1700s and early 1800s. It's a really unique idea. But everything that we find at this property, and I mean everything, coins, buttons, whatever comes out of the ground on their property, goes to the museum. And next week, John from Epic will be able to share out those finds. So the internet may drop off occasionally. Hang in there. We will come back. Anytime I'm driving out here, there's a chance we'll lose signal briefly. So don't go away, or don't go away sad. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you there. I'm headed over to the farm museum. In the little town of Sherwood, New York. We'll actually go past my high school, I think, and we'll past my elementary school, which was the Emily Howland Elementary. The Howland family had a lot to do with this area. In this area, Emily was very big in the movement for women's suffrage, and the school, the elementary school I went to, was named after her. We'll actually go past her home as well, which I have permission for. I've been on it a couple of times, so there's plenty of history here. So, this big conglomerate next door here, can't turn it that way. Well, this big building off to the side here is my high school. We had a planetarium when I was growing up, so I could look at the stars inside of the planetarium. It was pretty cool. Later this summer, I'll do a driving tour or a walking tour at the high school, so I can show you what that was all about. And then, this is not my road, this is Poplar Ridge Road. Next town down, we will have the Sherwood Road. Pretty awesome stuff out here, I'll tell you what. And it's beautiful. I mean, it is such a beautiful day. I was beginning to wonder if the sun was ever going to shine in New York State. And though you guys may not believe this, I don't have permission for every property out here, but I'm working on it. So our next town here is Howland, and we'll go past the elementary school, and then we're going to turn on Howland Road. And up here today, I'm going to use this new camera mount that John from FLX gave to me. It's going to be a neck mount, so I can take you with me as I'm digging the holes and the whole 9 yards, rather than being on a tripod. As we turn the corner, on the right-hand side of the road is going to be the old hospital. And we will be coming up here. I may wait until John's over here before I go over to that property. Give him a virgin property to swing on. So this brown building right ahead of you there on the right, that one right there, is the old hospital. Pretty excited about that. It's a little overgrown. I may have to bring my lawn tractor up here and do a little cleanup, but we're on our way. And at some point, I'm going to go over to the other side of the lake and do some metal detecting with John. Eventually. The high temperature today is, I think it's 56 degrees. Woohoo! It won't snow today. I'm so happy. Go. This is it right here, guys. Get ready. There's Jody and the kitty cats. I'm gonna pull right over here so she can get out when she's ready to go. All right, we've arrived at the farm. I'm so excited. Put these windows down a bit and air out the van, and get you guys on the new mount, new tripod mount. Lots of exciting stuff, guys. Now this property was metal detected several years ago, and according to the person who detected, there was a very quiet front yard. But we'll see when we get out there just how quiet it really is. Here comes Jody. I'm not really talking to myself, although it may sound like it. Well, see that? I wouldn't be alone if I was talking to myself. Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, guys. Nope. Now the mount's in the way of getting the phone off the dashboard. All right. Move you up to this new handy dandy mount for the tripod. Whoops. Sorry about that. All right, now go down. Hey, Swampy, Chew, and John, and Beth. Welcome, Beth Cornett. Digging historic lands. And let me see who else is it. Well, a lot of people came in. Thank you. Please remember to mash that thumbs up. You all know it helps. It makes a difference, man. Let's see if we can figure out where to put this thing so it doesn't get lost. I've got all these new systems and I don't know what the heck I'm doing with them, but all right, let's get out and say hi to Jody. You don't mind being on camera, do you? No. Okay, good, because you'll be on camera here. Fancy. I know. This is Jody, and Jody owns this house, which is so cool, and we're very excited. You want to tell us some history?
Sure. So, hold on. Can you hear me with the cars going by?
I have a microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bought this house in 2017, and I actually live here, and I'm creating a farm museum on the ground. The property was, this whole area was, ooh, a microphone. Oh, this is fancy. This is way high tech. I'm not used to all this. This area of central New York was divided up into a military tract to help compensate the Revolutionary War soldiers for the Revolutionary War. And the plots were about 250 acres. The land I'm actually on was boundaried off for the Cayuga Nation, and they were a member of the Haudenosaunee indigenous peoples of central New York, and then after it was marked off for a reservation, shortly thereafter it also was surveyed and sold off, given off. The reservation was kind of it's still contentious to this day because it's like, how did that happen? How did New York State do that? So anyway, the road here is the southern boundary of the reservation.
Put this in your pocket.
Okay.
And
I can like turn.
You can walk around with it.
Oh my God, I need all this.
Yeah.
I need all this.
It goes to this, and I've got a 300-foot radius to be able to
cool.
at the camera.
Cool. I live here with like no TV and barely any internet, so.
Yeah.
So this road here, Sherwood Road, is the southern boundary of the Cayuga East Reservation, which I believe was created around 1795. Don't quote me on that. And then this plot of land was actually surveyed off. The whole thing was surveyed off, and it was given by Peter Schuler, who was basically the beginning of the Bureau of Indian Affairs. He was the sort of first guy back when departments were departments of one person.
Right.
And so he gave about 20 parcels to people. And I'm not sure if those individuals were Revolutionary War.
I think they were soldiers.
I think they might have been higher up too. And how did he, I'm doing so much research. There's so much research to do, which is what I love.
Right.
But there's documentation, there's papers, the Peter Schuler papers, and there's a list of names of parcels he gave to those gentlemen. But they don't say like general or anything, colonel. It's just names. So what their ranking was, or if they were soldiers, I'm still researching that. So this parcel was one of them that he gave, and then that man very quickly flipped it, because a lot of people just took their land and then sold it because they needed the money. Perhaps they lived somewhere else, and so he sold it to a Thomas Lapham, who was a Quaker from Rhode Island. So Thomas Latham and that deed of sale, that deed of purchase from 1797 is the first deed of purchase that's on record.
Okay.
And he was the Quakers from Rhode Island and Massachusetts were starting to move out to this area in the late 1700s. And so he was the sort of first person who purchased this land, even though it was a little shady how it all went down. And he built a house here. I would assume the house that he built was, within the first year. You move out here, you got to build a house.
Right.
And it was this.
Hold on 1 second. Let me grab my hotspot. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. We're going to get right back to this. We got to take that. We can stay connected.
You're gonna have to I'm gonna have to write down all this stuff.
All right, put that.
I have to get a new phone.
Put this one in the back pocket. And we're on our way.
All right, so Thomas Latham and his family, again, that's a huge chunk. If anyone wants to do internship, I'm just starting to make a museum. I've got a whole making a museum series on my Instagram and Facebook channel. I built my website last year, Howland Farm Museum. So it's at Howland Farm Museum. And I'm just sort of getting started.
We're gonna, after this airs,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put links in my description to
Oh,
your
cool.
websites
Cool.
to direct people over directly, so they'll just be able to click a link.
Oh my God, you're on it. Is this live? Are we live?
We are live, by the way. We are live.
I don't get a lot of visitors here. I have chickens and cats.
Speaking softer doesn't work with that microphone.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's still gonna hear you if you whisper.
Okay.
When you talk about the chickens and the cats,
So everyone can hear me?
yeah, everyone can hear you.
Great. So what was it? So anyway, so I'm making a museum, and it's kind of interesting because museums are not the things that people make every day. People create restaurants or shops, retail stores, but the process of making museums kind of that happen. I could have interns, I could have college students doing their math. There's just so much to get into. So the house here, which I'm so grateful to live in, it's like a dream. Thomas Latham would have lived here for about 35 years, and he sold the property in 1832 to Augustus Howland. Also, hence colonial period. I haven't even started doing research. I know that's actually
You're really interested in doing that.
We can walk over here. So when Augustus Howland came up here, he was 19 years old, and his father sent him out here basically to expand the business. The whaling industry was dying in New England. We're experiencing things like that today, like where some industries are dying and new ones are coming up. This is a natural part of human evolution. So the whaling industry was dying, and his dad was looking to get into different businesses to, change. And so Augustus was his second oldest son, and he was sent out here to explore, options of expanding the business, of getting into land and farming out here. And so he was 19. He married a very distant cousin. It was like sort of all part of the, part of the bargain. And then at some point over the sort of next 20 years, he gut renovated that federal house into this. It's on the National Register if you want a front view. So it was listed on the National Registry in 2008, which obviously is before I bought it. It needs work. It's a place that needs work. It needs a little work. But the great thing is it's pretty much untouched. I went in there, and it's a time capsule. They haven't even put in many ceiling lights, light switches. There's like 4 breakers for the whole house. It's barely wired. Things kind of stopped after World War II when they, updated the bathroom and put in some electricity, bare bones electricity, and then it was never updated past the 1950s, which is great because there's not a lot of undoing that I have to do. I took up carpeting, and there's several layers of wallpaper, but the original whitewashed lath and plaster is in a lot of the rooms. There's some old Victorian linoleum. It's just really great how sort of untouched it is. And I have to do research to figure out what the order of renovations were that Augustus did. If he moved out here when he was 19 and then he got married and then started having children, I imagine it wasn't like immediate. I feel like it was probably, more in the 1840s. This is an Italianate style, so which was coming into popularity in the 1840s, and more the 1850s and 60s is when it peaked. Yeah. So, it's like, did he add the kitchen first? Did he add the back? I mean, he literally shaved off the whole federal style roof and raised the roof. Right. He actually dug the basement out 6 more feet to the west so that he could get the symmetrical shape and the two, I don't know, you can't see from here. There's two chimneys, of course, which used to work. They do not work at the moment. They're in pretty rough shape. But in order to get this extra space here, he dug out the whole basement and added 6 feet, and you can see the line in the floor and the beam. So what was the order, all of this? Was it like...
The center of it was the original footprint, the original house.
The center is the original house. And we've had quite a bit of rain recently, but in summers that it dries up, you can see the round carriage circle right here. And that carriage circle goes under the porch because the porch wasn't there, and it goes to where the front door of the federal house would have been. Right. And I think that's really cool. And someday I'd like to dig that up and see, is that a brick carriage circle? Was it just gravel? What's the content of that packed ground? Right. And what can we find there? What can we find there?
That's the real thing.
Yeah. The old horse hitching posts are here.
You can continue to talk. That will pick you up.
Okay.
Wherever you are.
And these are original, not to the federal period, I don't think. Original, again, it's so many questions.
Well, they're not. I don't know what they're made out of.
There's.
I don't know what the stone is. It soapstone? Sandstone?
There was a quarry. There was a quarry around here, but
yeah,
I don't know. Again, I don't know. I cannot pretend that I'm like an authority. I'm just someone who loves history.
So there's one next to me, and then there's one up there as well.
So maybe these are older because they're closer to the carriage circle.
Yeah, I think these are original to the first building of the house.
So that's cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
That's crazy cool. There's only one. I have one visual reference, and it's from the Cayuga County 1879 book. All the counties published these books during the centennial of the counties, and this has a great visual. Hey, Dada, come on the road. Come on. Pause. We've got a kitty in the road.
Yeah.
Hey.
We don't pause. I think it just stays by.
No. I know it's sunny. Kitty. You don't stay in the road. Okay. Come over here. Come on. Shoo. Let's go back. We're going to walk away from the road, and then the kitties will follow. The kitties are very important. They have their own Instagram page because I love kitties. So a local guy came by, Dean, and he metal detected the yard last summer and said it was very quiet. And so that's something that Dennis is going to look into he said it was quiet because the house was empty. The former Howland, the last Howlands who lived here, who moved in as, a young couple after World War II, they died in the late 90s, early 2000s. And then this house was empty for a chunk of time, and then it was rented for about 10 years. And then it was empty again for another, 5 or 8 years before I bought it. So there was quite a bit of time where it was just sort of falling into disrepair. and people could have just stopped by and started
Right.
metal detecting. And yeah, because he was surprised how little he was finding. He did find an old coin, 2 old coins under the slate path.
Right.
And he thought maybe that was because it was, too obvious to
To lift up.
lift up. It was
Right.
too much of a red flag. So that was really exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are layers. Like I started digging in. Do people have questions? Can you see questions come up? How does this work?
Yeah. Thanks everyone for coming in this morning. I'm looking. If you have a question for Jody, please drop it in the comments, and I'll pass that along to her. I don't see anything at this point. Everybody's just enjoying the. Hi, Gypsy.
Hi, Gypsy. This is so cool. If this is what people do, this is cool.
It's wild. Isn't it great?
I gotta do this more often.
We're bringing Jody into the 22nd century.
Yeah, because I live basically in a museum like it's a museum. I barely have heat or plumbing. So I think there's a brick. There might be older brick paths under the slate because the slate's like later mid 1800s.
Right. Right.
And especially over here. I don't know. Was it last year? I can't remember.
I think, yeah.
Last year or the year before, I thought I was going to put in 2 posts here to put string up so I could sort of train the black caps because they're delicious. And I started digging here and I hit brick. So I kind of think this whole area might have been like a brick
Like a
patio
Yeah.
walkway to prevent the mud.
Oh, very cool.
So
we do have a little bit of red brick down in the hole.
Yeah, so this whole area before the slate could have been brick, maybe in Thomas Latham's time of the colonial period.
Right.
Question marks, all question marks.
Question marks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get my gear.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing out in the front yard, in the side yard, in the backyard, and the faraway yard.
Oh my God.
I would expect to find buttons.
Uh-huh.
I have to find the clothesline. The original clothesline.
Oh my gosh.
Never thought of that, did you?
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God.
Because wherever Mom hung the clothes out, you're going to find buttons, and it's likely you're going to find coins that were left in pockets, and then the pants are hung upside down and everything falls out.
Do you know about, can you look at trees and sort of estimate their age?
I can actually look at the building and find a clip. There'll be a clip somewhere on the side of the building that would have been the start of the clothesline. So I'll look for that today.
Wow. And this building here was the ice house, and the one back there was the laundry house. So
okay,
so
probably from the corner of maybe the original building.
But also remember the summer kitchen was there, and the summer kitchen's not there anymore.
Right, somewhere in that area too.
Over there, yeah.
Laundry house would be where our clothesline is.
Yeah. So basically behind. Whoops! I fell in a hole.
Watch the hole.
Behind this ice house, in that area, was a very utilitarian area. And there was a tool house there that's no longer there.
Oh, okay.
Where my chicken coop is. That's got to have a lot of stuff in.
Yeah. Yeah, it surprised me when you said that you had somebody here metal detecting they didn't find
I know.
Because, well, in the front yard, notoriously, guys, if you hunt old properties, you know the front yard is not the best place to find things. The side yard and the backyard are, because that's where they had their parties.
These were Quakers.
They still had gatherings.
Gatherings, sure.
We don't call them. They didn't call them parties, but they were gatherings, and they didn't gather in the front yard. They gathered in the side yard,
right,
or in the backyard,
right.
And so, I would look at the front yard, but my focus will really be further back, around the buildings,
right,
to find that lost history, to recover it. Back, guys. Sorry, I'm hot spot, and I'm doing the best I can. If it pops out, don't worry, I will.
Yeah, there's very little reception out here.
Yeah. And hey, Hot Mess, and Cynthia Swearingen, welcome. Oh, honey, I'm so glad you're here. Cynthia, this house was built right around the time you were born. Come out swinging, welcome.
Man.
What else do we have? Beth Cornett, welcome. Hot Mess Fishing, happy to see you here.
My chickens are coming over, and I will say that my chickens, so behind the house is the dump site where I have found lots of porcelain and broken pieces of china, glass, things. Much of it is mid 20th century. They put in a septic when they got plumbing, and that turned up some things. So I have found some Victorian items, but I haven't even started digging yet. And the
Yeah, the internet is spotty, guys. We will to stay online today while we're metal detecting. Got spot hooked up, and I've got a battery backup. So if we pop out, just hang on, because I will come back eventually. Yeah, we have chickens. Chickens always help to metal detect, you know.
Yeah, because they love digging in the dirt.
They love to be in the dirt. And then here, let's get a picture of the kitty. Oh, kitty. All right. Well, let's get started.
Okay.
All right. We'll take
Here
the
you
mic back. Thank you. Guys, this is going to be fun. I hope we find some good stuff here. Now, we will also be, like I said, we'll be hunting at the original hospital location for Sherwood at some point, but I'm not sure what day. John can't come out until maybe Monday. He's traveling.
We should wait for that, like maybe into June. Can we wait?
We can.
Yeah.
And we'll have to do some. I'll have to take the mower up there and turn it back.
We need some mowed and cleaned up a little, and then we
can hunt. Yeah, I'm excited, guys. So I'm going to start getting my gear out and getting ready, and let's go see what we can find. See some history today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jody.
All right.
You're awesome. All right. Great job. John, I love this new camera mount. This thing is freaking awesome. I don't want you guys to see the inside of my van because it's an absolute nightmare of a mess, but I'm gonna hang it up on the side of the van and let you look out at the field while I get ready. All right, and hopefully we hold a connection to the internet. We're going to start with the Garrett AT-Max today, and we're going to start with the large coil, the stock coil. Oh my God, this thing is disgustingly dirty, because the last time I was out it was raining and nasty. Headphones. Oh. Oh guys, I didn't put the headphones back, and I don't know where I put them, so we won't have the headphones this morning because I don't know where I put the headphones. Look at this thing, it's disgusting. It's muddy and dirty and gross. Let me turn you. Pretty exciting stuff here, man. Pretty happy to have this new camera. I really like the new camera mount, guys. And I think I might even be warm enough for me to take my sweater off today. How crazy is that? No. We're all gummed up with mud from the last outing. There we go. And I'm going to take the hockey puck off and put on the standard coil. Think about where I would have put those headphones. Yeah, this would be like the losing of the shovel last time I did one of these lives. I'll be nuts until I figure out where I put my shovel or my headphones. But for now, let's just get things switched around, and then we'll get in the van and see if we can find them. They've got to be probably in the dresser, I would guess, or on the dresser. Um, and we're going to go to the larger quail, the stock quail, just because she said that the previous person who hunted said that the yard was very quiet. So I want to try to get depth. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming in today. Don't know what we'll find yet, but we'll make the best of it. The last live stream I did was with Shane Kubat and Randy from Metal Detecting with Randy and the Blind Treasure Hunter. And I'm going to tell you, that was the most fun I've ever had at a museum. That Shane Kubat is a riot. I just rewatched that video last night again, so I could take a look at the chat, get caught up on what everybody was talking about while we were doing it. I have a hard time seeing the screen, and I have to take my glasses off while I'm trying to read the screens. So if I don't respond to you while I'm detecting, it's because I didn't see what you wrote. But I'm not ignoring you. I'm grateful for each and every one of you being here. All right, so we're going to put this right here, and I'm going to go look for my headphones. There, out of the way. If I can figure out where I put them, that will be the key. Right there. It might be, oh, heaven only knows. It's been a few days since I've been out, and I'm sure I took them off to charge them and then didn't put them back. So Jody's off to do some errand running, and we'll be alone here for a little while, but it'll be okay. Let's see if I can find the darn headphones. I really prefer headphones when I'm hunting because I get a better sense of the sound coming through. But I'm not sure I'm going to find them because I don't know where I put them. Yeah, that's the problem when you don't. I have to remember to put stuff away immediately, or it winds up God only where. Well, guys, we're going to go without the headphones on the Garrett this morning just because I don't know where I put them. They're in here somewhere. Bad, because I'm not there. Put that camera mount back on. It is going to be too warm for this. Holy crap, it's getting ahead of you. Not that I'm complaining. Warmth is good. So I'm going to take this off and put it, we'll put it down here. That'll work. Take the shirt off. I'm going to take the jacket off. This is not a striptease, boys and girls. All right, let's go ahead and pull this up. Back over the neck. All right. Thank you, John. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you guys found some stuff while we were. Yeah, I don't know where I put the headphones, so we're going to go without them today. It'll be okay. So now, and I'm pretty new with this setup, so it'll take me a minute to figure it out. I'm gonna do my best and try to keep you along for the ride. Good coffee. Check out how muddy this shovel is. Jeez Louise. It's got a mountain of mud on it from the cornfield. Let's see. I only need one glove today. That'll work. Let's go have a listen. See what we can hear. I probably won't do this with that iron turned on because my hearing isn't that good, but that's Shane Kubat. I'm going to tell you what, that guy, he metal detects with the metal turned on, including iron turned on, and he hears so much. It's crazy. He's using the AT Pro, and I'm going to tell you, that boy can pick up some stuff. He is very good at it. I'm going to plug that in, just to ensure we keep this little old phone charged up. And let's go swing the coil for a minute and see what we can find. How about that? We're going to be in zero discrimination, if you guys can see. No, it's going to not let me. We're going to be in zero discrimination, and we're going to crank the iron discriminate up a little bit. There we go. Sound is good, I think. And make some adjustments here. Let's go try to find something during a live stream. There's plenty of iron here. Now that's an all iron. Now that high tone is something else, I think. My van probably. Well, let's see what we got.
You look so cool.
Don't say that. I have a reputation.
I'm sorry, you're cool. So this is not enough of a beat.
It's got to be I will eventually dig them up. Now I'm looking for that high pitch back and forth.
Okay. Hold on.
It tells me the target is about 6 inches deep. Whoosh. It's ringing in along, folks, just so you're aware of what we're looking for.
That is specific.
All right. Even though the ground is wet, it's very thick. Yes. Let me adjust this down. So we've got the hole opened up. Now let's make Wi-Fi password.
Yeah. I don't know.
We're gonna try to hook up to another internet option to keep the. Okay. Oh, I've lost the tone now. Alright guys, so camera mount. I'm bringing you into the hole with me, so to speak. Going right down to it, guys. see if we can keep it going. I hope it's not a pie plate. Uh-oh. Cancel. Sorry about that. Let's try to take it off and set it down as a hopefully we can find it. Yeah, Cynthia, normally I would just save that square nail for you. But unfortunately for you, that square nail is going to stay right here. Everything we find here looks like it's going to be just iron, guys. We'll come back through with the Equinox and the 6-inch coil and swing over it again and see what else we can find. Now remember, kids and campers, fill your holes in. Don't leave your plugs sticking out. So there's my hole all filled back in. It's being really finicky. Now, I really wanted to bring you guys along, so there's a lot of tones. I think we'll go back to that little coil so I can zero it in better. Out the Equinox, which has the headphones in the bag with it, so that's good. And I think we got the little coil on there already. Yeah, we're very spotty on the internet out here, guys. I will keep an eye on the screen, try to on a recording as going, and hopefully we can hold the signal for a little while. There's a lot of tones in the yard. We've just barely started, and again, the previous detector has said that it was very quiet. We haven't even gotten to the front yard yet. Lots of signals still. So that gives me hope for sure. Turn this one on. Yeah, there's a lot of minerals here, Russell, that will interfere with the machine. There we go. Going to close this door up, and we're going to go to that Equinox 800 with the little coil. By the way, Russell, congratulations on winning the Manicore. I wish you all the luck with that. Let's lengthen this out a little bit more. When I first started using this, I would stretch it out all the way as far as I could. Now I don't. All right. High tones everywhere. Now, maybe they're all nails, but I doubt it. All we need to find is a nice silver. sometime today, I will try to find my headphones for the Garrett. Um, there are so many signals here. It's amazing. Hey, Pat. Welcome, buddy. Again, if the connection drops, don't worry. I will come back. Boy. Now, Jody has told me that I can, in fact, lift these slate stones up if I choose to. So we will swing over the slate as well. And if we have a good tone, we'll lift the slate, go for the signal under it. Guys, that's banging at a 26-27 right there. Let's go have a look. Maybe we've... I can't say that because I just got... This is only my second hole. But maybe we've got a coin in there that got missed. It's so weird doing this with this camera mount on the front of me like this, but I really like it, I think. Right there in the bottom of the hole. Let's see what we got. Oh, we missed it. Tree root there, giving me a headache. Headache with a tree root. It appears to be under the tree root. We're going to take the tree down, and then I disconnected you. I turned the camera off or something, I don't know. But let's just see if we can figure out how to set this down. I apologize for the wonkiness of this, but this is a whole new system for me, and I'm still learning it. So just bear with me, guys. I will figure out how it works eventually. Works good carrying it around my neck. Let's see. That's not it. Well, I don't know how this is going to work out. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a nightmare with this, trying to keep it in place so you can see what's going on. I will figure this out. I promise you. New systems, new ideas, new yada yada yada. You get it. Oh, that worked pretty good there. Just hang with me, guys, and hopefully I can pull a coin or something while we're doing this live with the new mounts. What is that? No. I think it's in the sidewall. I think I was close to it to begin with. Oh, what in the heck? Close to the live date, guys. Making me look like an idiot out here on a live stream. Oh, I feel something. What is that? Tree root, maybe? Is that tree root? Or is that something else? Oh, what the heck? It says I'm right on top of it. I don't know why I'm not seeing anything there. What is that? Oh, it's a bone. That's always nice. Oh, it's iron. It's big iron. There it is. What do we got there? We got a crusty chunk of iron. Crusty chunk of iron, guys. But it's rolled iron, so maybe that means something. All right, let me up and a bone. I always look at bones because sometimes you find a bone and it's not what you think. Now that's like a little hip bone or something, but it's animal, not human. So we'll put that back in the hole. While I was out on these early home sites, dug human remains. Then I had to call the police, and then it was a whole big thing. But it was really neat when the state trooper said, "So we're gonna put the human remains in a bag." Yeah, human remains today, hopefully. Although, maybe we solve a 200-year-old mystery by digging up human remains in the front yard. Okay, maybe not. And just for your information, guys, if you're out with me and I find human remains, I am calling the police. So if you've got wants or warrants, don't come metal detect with me, because you won't like it. The police will come. They won't care about what you've done till they get your name, find out you're a long-time felon running away from the... Yeah, okay, so let's hope for no human remains today. I'm going to lower my sensitivity a little bit, and I've already lowered my megahertz, kilohertz, because there are so many signals out here, so many tones. We're going to go to the backyard and look for that clothesline, and hopefully we can stay connected. Sorry. I'm glad the internet held out while I was doing the walk around, but right now I can't hold a signal to save my... when I move out away from the house into the open areas, maybe I'll have a better service, and we'll try to again. So for now, guys, I want to say thank you for coming in. Thanks for joining this live stream. And I'm going to work on how to hold this mount to my chest, maybe just a strap around the front of the thing here to keep it from moving when I bend over. But for now, we're going to end this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for coming in.